Chattington. Hello, Scott. Hello, Ethan. Hello, Sachin. Hello, Paulo. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back, Mobino. Chattington. Hey, Nathan. What's up, guys? How are we all doing today? We all having a good day on July 23rd. It's a Thursday, 2026. Oh, my God, this song, bro. Always brings me back, Chattington. Always brings me back. And you know who else is back? Me. We're back today again with another qualifier, chat. This is the final qualifiers. After this, it's over. There's no more qualifiers, and the finals are held here on Saturday, chat. So Saturday this weekend, usual time, we'll be back live for the $10,000 finals. And I think we'll keep this kind of structure going forward, where we do some streams for the qualifiers and then we have the finals. How about it, chat? I think that's a good idea, chat. I like that. It gives everyone a chance to qualify in if they think they're at the tippity top. We're essentially creating our own BR championship because nobody else is going to do it. So we might as well do it. Ain't that right? I mean, who else to do it but us, chat? Ain't that right? It's goddamn right, chat. But welcome, everyone. Hope you're all having a great Thursday. It's Thursday today, right? Yeah, it is. It's Thursday. The final day of sudden death qualifiers. We have the remaining teams that still have their sudden death, and then some other teams that didn't get to play in any of the qualifiers in here today. This is the final one. After this, nobody else gets through. We've already let in, I believe, 8 teams so far into the finals, and this will be the last 2 teams that will make it into the finals, chat. So it's going to be an interesting one today. I'm sure people will be wearing their hearts on their shoulders, as we say in English, because this is their last chance to possibly get into the finals. You can see the scoreboard right there, the top 10 teams. Of course, we haven't played a game yet, and you can see NSG up there, as they actually were barely outside of qualification in the previous days. So that's NSG. That features a streamer on TikTok known as Flix. He's also like a news channel, I guess, for Call of Duty Mobile. He's playing with #1 No, Rogue, and Sigma. These guys are, in my opinion, one of the best teams from the North American LATAM region over at the Americas. Going further down on the list, team number 2, that's QTR Fizz. QTR Fizz. That features Drance, Skywalker, Hope C, and Yagami, along with Hax. Those guys barely missed out as well. And I mean, QTR, they've been around for a while. I feel like they had a different name back in the day, though. They definitely had a different name back in the day. I know Drance has been around for like the last 2 years, and he's always been pretty good at the game. Then another team I want to talk about is Ashina. These guys feature Brandon, Magio, Zylo, Cincy, and they did have another player in their team that replaced Brandon for one of their games previously, but I can't remember his name, so we'll have to wait and see if he ends up joining. But for now, it's going to be Cincy, Magio, Zylo, and Brandon for their starting 4. You go further down the list, those guys also are based out of Europe, by the way. Further down the list, team number 9. These players are based out of everywhere, bro. This is crazy. When you hear this, team number 9 are called Zeal, right? So Z-E-A-L. They feature players from Nigeria, Liberia. Let me see where that is on the map. Liberia on the map. Where in West Africa is that? Wow, it's really West Africa. Oh my God, it's on the westy west of West Africa, bro. So these guys are all African, pretty much. There's one guy that's from United Kingdom, but I'm gonna assume he's probably born or has heritage in Africa. But either way, we got Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, and United Kingdom / Cameroon. So I think that player was born in Cameroon, maybe, and he moved to United Kingdom, not too sure. But either way, 4 different African countries in the same team. That's a first for us. Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, and Cameroon. That's crazy. I hope they do well today. Team number 9, that is, ladies and gentlemen. Team number 9. Good luck to them. Going further down, another notable team here, we've got Ashina Gaming. So we have Ashina Esports, and now we have Ashina Gaming as well. These guys are also based out of the European side of things. They've got players from Italy, France, Armenia, and United Kingdom. It's the Ashina second roster, and they've got a spot in here on the sudden death as well, chat. So we got some big-time players, hopefully being able to make some big-time plays. A couple of players here from Bangladesh, Pakistan, India. It seems like South Asia is becoming a region that is obviously putting in more players into these Battle Royale qualifiers. Previously, like last year and the year before, we never really seen any Indians, we didn't see any Bangladeshis, and we definitely didn't see any Pakistanis. But nowadays, hey, they're coming through, They actually play on my server, usually on the Middle East here, or sometimes I accidentally play on the Indian server as well, just based off how many lobbies are being played at one time. But yeah, there's a lot of Europeans in here. Let me draft it up real quick for you guys. We got 6 teams from North America / Latam. We've got 6 teams from Asia / Middle East. We got 3 teams from Africa, 2 teams from Europe, and then we have 8 teams with mixed regional or international players alongside them. So that could mean that there's a couple of players from Africa and a couple of from Europe on the same team, a couple of players from Philippines and a couple of players from India on the same team. It's just a mixed regional roster, so players from all over the place. That would be team number 2, team 5, team 9, team 13, team 14, team 15, team 19, and team 21. We have country representation from, God, just an insane amount of countries I'm looking at right here. I can't even count how many countries have representation in these sudden death final qualifiers. Remember, this is the last day. There's no more qualifiers after this, man. There's no more qualifiers after this, and that's it. The finals are going to be on Saturday around the same time as right now, which shall be great. We're about to get into game number 1 in a couple of minutes here. Once everyone actually ends up joining. They've joined really fast today, chat. Look, we've already got 98 out of 100 here on the sudden death qualifiers. I know why they're joining fast, chat, because they want to make sure that they don't get kicked out for being late. Also, interestingly, I just realized earlier before I started the stream, I was just looking up COD Mobile content on YouTube, as you do, and I didn't realize this, but the number 1 player, Manny, is actually from the Middle East. I did not know that. I didn't realize that the multiplayer side of things, I'm talking about the multiplayer side of things, not the Battle Royale side of things. The number 1 multiplayer player is actually from the Middle East. I didn't realize that multiplayer was popular on my server, but there you go. I might have to team up with him and see if we can get some rounds in. Or maybe when the season resets, I'll play with them. Maybe, we'll go for a number 1 push and we'll play alongside Manny. If I ever do that again. I don't know if we'll do it again, to be honest. But, if I'm trying to get back to prime levels, I might have to. You know what I'm saying, chat? Might have to. Either way, though, it was just a interesting tidbit, chat. I couldn't believe that the number 1 multiplayer player was from the Middle East. It was pretty cool. Either way, what's up, Nathan? What's up, Isaac? Hey, Mina. Hey, Arya. Hey, Mai. Hey, Henley Dow. He says, let's go. What's up, brother? Let's go indeed. This is going to be our last qualifiers today. How to join? You can't join. Unfortunately, you're too late, buddy. The only way you can get into tournaments like this in the future are to register your interest, because we got a long waiting list. I mean, we got over 100 teams on the waiting list at this point that didn't even get to get in to these qualifiers. I think in the future, what may happen here is that we open up qualifiers that aren't even going to be streamed by me, and we just open up other qualification areas where teams can qualify through qualifiers to get into the qualifiers that will then be streamed to get into the finals. That might be what has to happen, just because there's way too many teams wanting to play in these. I mean, we have over 1,000 teams now. Over 1,000 teams want to play from around the world, and these are 25 of the best that were up on offer that wanted to compete to even have a chance of qualifying into the $10,000 finals, which is absolutely absurd, chat. There's just so many people that are interested in Battle Royale esports. Back when we started this in 2024, it was not like this. It was definitely not like this at all. But here we are nowadays. Everyone wants to play Battle Royale esports, and I mean, we're going to keep it alive for as long as we can. Ain't that right, COD Mobile? Speaking of COD Mobile, if you want to download the game, you can do so using the link at the bottom of my YouTube description down below, as they sponsor today's stream. Of course, we love COD Mobile around here. Our longest term partner. Everyone loves COD Mobile in the mobile scene, especially me. I might love it more than anyone else. It's helped me in more ways than one. It's helped me elevate my life to levels I never thought would be possible when I dropped out of high school. I'm gonna say a few years ago, but God, it's been many years now since I left high school and dropped out to pursue mobile content creation. But without COD Mobile, I don't think I'd be here in Dubai, chilling like a villain. Classic statement from back in the day too. But yeah, love you, COD Mobile. Thanks for sponsoring today's stream. And of course, thank you for supplying the $10,000 and meaning that I don't have to put $10,000 up for grabs every single month out of my own money. I appreciate that, COD Mobile. That's why they're the GOATs, chat. They're funding. They're out here funding. We like that. If we can't get a COD Mobile Battle Royale World Championship, at least we can get a $10,000 tournament every month, chat. Ain't that right? Absolutely, it's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, Fergskin, holy chat. Looks like we're waiting for one more person to join in, then we'll get into game number 1. I missed just as many shots as some missed yesterday. I'm a pro too. No idea what that guy's talking about in my chat over on YouTube short form. Don't know about that. What is this guy talking about, Brisky? Hey, Flakes, what's up, bro? Good luck today, man. Wishing you the best here, NSG. You're our number 1 team, which means you're number 1 in line to actually qualify. There's only top 2 spots available, though. So, I mean, if you don't get top 2, you're not in the finals. This is literally the last qualifier, sudden death. No more qualifiers after this. After whatever 2 teams you get to see, go 3 today. That's it. After that, there's nobody else. There's no other teams. That is it. They're going to be going against players like Slayer. Get your ass out of here. Anyway. They're going to be going against players like Slayer, Low-Tex. We got 4Kings Main in there. I'm sure we'll see some other big-time Filipino names in the final. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but some teams disbanded, made other teams. Some might also be Filipino super teams. We're not too sure. There'll be a bunch of Latam Prime teams, dare I say, in the final. They're not called that anymore, but it is what it is, bro. There'll be teams in the final. Obviously the biggest players in the world, which just so happen to be the best in COD Mobile, will all be in the finals, and then we'll have all of those qualification teams, 10 out of the 25 spots going to qualifiers through these streams, chat. It's the most ever. It's literally the most qualifying teams we've ever had. There's never been 10 teams in a finals that are all from qualifiers, so nobody else doing it. We're the first. All right, what's poppin', man? What's up, Lorenz? How you doing, brother? You're one of them. I wish you luck, bro. I wish you luck. Yeah, a lot of Middle Easterners. A lot of Middle Easterners inside of the qualifiers nowadays. Indeed. Indeed. K9 Future, Slayer, Low-Tex, Necro, Godsteers, bruh. Can't wait. Oh, yeah. I can't wait either. The finals this weekend are going to be real good. It'll be interesting to see which country gets the server. So it will be, because there has been a lot of Latin American players that have made it into the finals this time around, so maybe the Filipinos won't get the server. Usually the Filipinos end up qualifying through these qualifiers, and then the server goes to them every single time. And I see a lot of discourse online, a lot of discussion saying like favoritism, all that, but in reality it's just they qualify, and then that tips the scales towards Filipinos' favor, and then they get the server advantage. But maybe this time around it might go to Latin America, because they have had so many people qualify this time. And unfortunately for the Filipinos, nobody has qualified. So I don't know. I think maybe even throughout this upcoming finals that it will switch on random games between servers like we've seen in the past. I think we've seen that last tournament where the final game, it was switched out of the Asia region and out of the Indian server, and it went across the planet. I think it actually settled in EU for the final game. So it did. Either way, chat, we're getting ready to start up game number 1. Can you join? Anyone can join, bro. Anyone can join into these tournaments. I'm not prejudiced or racist towards anyone. I've always opened the doors to anyone and everyone. Doesn't matter where you're from in the world. Doesn't matter your ethnicity either. I want as many people in here competing as possible. The only real rule is from Activision, and that's that you need to be 18 plus to win any money. So even if you somehow got past all of our checks and won in the finals, you wouldn't be able to get paid if you're not 18 plus. So that's the only rule that is instated from Activision, 18 plus only. Other than that, anyone's welcome from all around the world. Doesn't matter to me. I just want to see the best competition inside of Battle Royale esports. We started this back in 2024 when even COD Mobile didn't believe in us. And now everyone believes in it. Hopefully, Battle Royale esports is here to stay, and we can make it bigger and better every single year, like we're going to be doing for the grand finals at the end of 2026. Anyway, that's about all I have to say on that topic. What's up, Mello? How you doing, man? You having a good day today on this fine Thursday afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are? I think he's from Nigeria, so it's got to be afternoon by now over there. But yeah, we do tournaments every single month, and we're going to be doing these qualifiers every single month as well. You're more than welcome to spam whatever country you're supporting. Remember, there's a lot of countries here from India, Philippines, Bangladesh, Pakistan. We got a lot of Africans in the chat, like Cameroon. Is a new team. There's new players in here from Cameroon. We've also got Liberia, first ever Liberian player in here today. And then Nigeria, obviously, we've always got Nigerians inside of these tournament qualifiers all the time. There was another African country, Ghana. A Ghanaian player's in here as well. We've got a bunch of different players from around the world, specifically out of Africa. Lots of different countries in Africa competing today and yesterday, to be honest. Then, of course, we've got our classics, the European region. Have players from France, Germany, Italy, Armenia. I'm sure there's probably a Ukrainian in here as well. Definitely German, if I didn't just mention that. I think I did say Germany, but I can't remember. Turkey, huge country. Spain, huge country in these tournaments now as well. Going down the list, I'm going to see... Oh, yeah. Persia. Always a bunch of Persian players. Then, obviously, Latam as well. One country that I didn't know existed, that there's a player from, is Benin. I don't know where Benin is. B-E-N-I-N. Never heard of that country in my entire life. It's a 3-color country flag. Never heard of it. We've also got people from Senegal as well. Senegal's one of those... well, honestly, one of those countries that are actually kind of popping off right now in Battle Royale. A lot more Senegalian players. Let's hop on board with the #1 team, though. NSG. This is game #1, but their position #1 as they finished right beside the qualification of their first ever qualifiers for BRL July. Unfortunately, they didn't get through, and they were relegated to the last day's sudden death. There's only 2 positions up for grabs today. Top 2 go through. 3rd to 10th will get an automatic spot in BRL August qualifiers. That doesn't give them an automatic spot in the finals, that's for sure. Just to participate in the next month's $10,000 tournament qualifiers. I have heard that title is coming back, but unfortunately I care more about COD Mobile now. I know I was the best player on that game back in 2018, 2019, but I mean, I'm just so into COD Mobile. I don't think I would ever go back to a rip-off version of a rip-off game. Let's look on board with NSG here. They're in a little bit of a 4v4 fight. There could be a third party here. I think the guy should just drive past him, though. I wouldn't take that fight if I was him. There we go. Drive-by comes through. Not going to take any shots. NSG, keep in mind, these guys finished, I believe, 4th in their qualifying day. Ray right in front of him here. Sigma should get the kill, but there's 2. Nicely done from NSG. A trade comes through, but not before No can trade on the second person, and that's going to be a 2v4 situation for them to clear out on NSG. Not before Flix gets knocked. Now it's going to be a 2v2 unless No can get the Rise right here. Now we're on a 3v2. Flix unfortunately dying. It should go back to a 4v2 in just a moment, as Flix will be able to get revived here. Lovely jubbly, well played for NSG. Keeping it cool, calm, and composed. The reason we're watching these guys right off the bat here is, like I said before, they are technically the #1 team inside of this qualifiers, even if the scoreboard doesn't show that yet because we're in game #1. Interesting to see if these guys got the revive flight back. We're not actually familiar with this team. Team number 21. They don't have the tags, I don't believe, here, which is not going to be good for them. Team number 21 is actually based out of Canada and the United Kingdom. We got a mixed region team there. We got North America and Europe on the same team. But NSG starting off here really, really good in game #1. A swift 2 kills. As we go down those other teams, you can see none of them have any frags. Let's hop on board to my favorite Indian team from today. This is going to be Zimbabwe. They almost qualified in off the first couple of games from earlier in the week, but unfortunately, they fell flat in their face in the last couple of matches. So fingers crossed to see an India team finally get into the finals. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but a man can wish for such a thing to happen. Let's go down and check out a couple of different rosters here. We've got a team over by Sakura. They're actually the only team that landed there this time around, so that's going to be good for them to get some loot, go into the middle game without any casualties, I would assume. Then we're also going to look down at team number 10. They do have other rosters around them inside of Downtown. Downtown, one of my favorite spots to land in when it first came to the map all the way back, and I believe like 2020. This was first introduced, maybe 2021, unless my memory is terrible, which, to be honest, it's 50-50 nowadays, but I feel like it was 2020 when this was first released, like the first anniversary update.
Airdrop incoming.
Going further down the list, I'm seeing that team get a lot of kills in the feed. They have a player called Peterbot on their team. Peterbot, a world-renowned player from a different game. But let's see if he can do something inside of COD Mobile here. These guys are actually clearing out the other roster that they're playing against. 7 eliminations straight off the bat. Team number 18, they're actually known as Phoenix Trinity. And I'm not sure where they're from, but it says right here, Venezuela and Peru. So it's going to be another Latin American team. Hopping back on board to the #1 roster, though. They're in that cat fight again, and they're able to take down the last remaining opponent from the roster that they were fighting earlier. And that should be the second team to fall down in the first game. So NSG coming through here without losing too many players. Only one person is going to go down for their team. They'll come back in that revive flight, and they'll be good to go as we make it through the early game of match #1. Going down onto QTR phase. They've spotted a couple of players inside of this football field. This could be a good position for them to be in to constantly get revive fight kills. Not a bad start for them as well. 3 eliminations. The other QTR team, which technically is like their QTR main team or whatever, but actually this is QTR KFC. I remember these guys. QTR KFC is what they were called in the qualifiers. They didn't make it through either. All the other teams haven't really got too many eliminations here from the sudden death group of players. Oh, but we'll go down the list and see if we can spot any people that we're not familiar with landing a lot of frags. Team number 17 is Azir Esports. These guys, back in the past, actually made it into the finals before. Don't think it was this exact team, though. This team has shifted up a lot. The only guy that I actually recognize in here is Minato. He's been around for quite some time. Wanting to check out these guys again, see if there's anyone around them over by radar base. Nope, they've been able to clear out this entire area, guarantee themselves 8 eliminations, so they're going to start off game #1 actually in the lead out of any team. Currently, in the lead out of anyone. So they're looking really good to start off this time. Which tournament is this? It's the qualifiers, the final qualifiers to get into the finals, which will be held this Saturday. The final qualifiers. The finals will be held this Saturday. This is the last chance sudden death qualifiers. We held sudden death qualifiers yesterday, and this is the last one. After this, there is no more. Team number 24. I recognize agency from a mile away. All right. There's an agency. RZN is a team that's kind of died out, if I had to say so myself. I really don't see anyone with that clan tag anymore. But hey, he's got the Ferg skin on, so that's all that matters. #1 on the shoulder for a reason, chat. I guess at the end of the day, it's night. But really, at the end of the day, I'm the only Battle Royale player in the world with a skin named after them. I guess that is what it is, chat. Lovely skin used from agency. Hope he does well just because he's using my skin. Alright, let's go up and check those #1 teams. The teams that are coming in through a last chance sudden deaths. These guys have 4 eliminations, so they haven't actually found anyone since we watched them earlier. But I want to go and check out QTR phases. It seems like Hopesy's actually in a fight here, or at least he's trying to get into a fight. Little lag there on the spectator. They're all around each other. Axe. SMRS right out the back of that building. Can he land it? No, he does have the Hades in hand, so this will be a good spot for him to be in. We'll hop on board to Hopesy. He's shooting the same guy. Now we'll check out Drance. He's actually up close. He's going to fall, unfortunately. And now Skywalker needs to go in, see if he can get a close range push to come in his favor. They're able to shoot through that glass, remember, inside of that house. Oh my god, excellent push here from Skywalker and Hopesy. Hopesy, the last person alive on the back. He needs to land more shots onto that player, able to take him down. And Skywalker, Hopesy, and Hacks clutch up that team wipe, and they're now on 7 eliminations total. But it looks like a third party could come in here from the back, as this is a team that we're not actually too familiar with here. They're all split up around the bottom side of this mountain. I think this was a pretty disastrous push from this roster. PTR could get back their entire team here and be able to push these guys out, possibly eliminate them in the future. We'll have to see how QTR Fias makes this happen. SMRS could get an instant knock onto Jennifer. Oh! There we are! Hacks with a play that makes his name seem legit. More shots come down. Ooh, a nice little double kill there. Double kill. Oh my god, I almost forgot how to speak English. Double kill there from him. Lovely jubbly. There comes the triple. The first person he killed, Jennifer, did get the self-revive off, so he didn't get the kill himself, but his teammates picked it up, and they're now on 10 eliminations to start off game #1. A great start here from QTR. These players are based out of Turkey and Algeria. So we got, I believe Algeria is North Africa, and then we got a European side of the team as well. So good job from them. Team number 3 getting absolutely pooped on. That's Pegasus. Those boys are based out of the Americas. Further down, I want to go ahead and check out Ashina. They only have 2 eliminations for game number 1 here. Not too sure who they were fighting, but they're over by the platform, which means I can't check the map, so I'm going to move out here quickly. Now checking out the best Indian team inside of these qualifiers. 5 eliminations! Come on, India! I need to see a little bit more of this. We'll have to check them out right now as they're going to go in against NSG on top of this hill in just a couple of moments. NSG, obviously, they're the number 1 team going into today. SMRS goes down onto no one, not going to be able to land it. Ooh, a quick little retaliation snipe straight to the dome of vicinity. That's not going to be good on the side of India here. Team number 6, they're also known as Zimbio. Nade comes through, able to get the knock on the vicinity again, and now NSG looks like they're going for a push, but keep in mind, there could be a third-party potential play here. Ooh, a nice little crack. Can he get the knock? Yes, he can. Oh my god. The Indians are on a comeback spree here. Super's still alive right now, but he doesn't have too much health left. Needs to use those plates to his advantage. As Flix is trying to get out of there, he gets knocked from behind, and that third party comes through. Easy plays. Last player alive. Bang! Doesn't get the 1 pump. Needs to land another shot. Not going to be able to do it. India Zimbio are eliminated because the third party comes right through. We'll have to hop on board with Flix. He's the last remaining player from NSG. I did call that out when this fight first engaged that there was a third party potential here. Didn't know what team it was, but it turned out to be one of the QTR rosters. And now Flix, last alive out of those 2 teams, needs to stay up for a little bit longer, but forget about the third party. We've got a 4th party, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to hop on board with that other QTR team in just a moment, as they seemingly are taking down the other roster right in front of them. It's going to be QTR KFC. They're able to get 6 eliminations from that third party peak. Flix is in a bad spot as well, as he's trying to rotate into the zone, just trying to stay alive, it seems. KFC able to take 6 down right there. SMRS on the Flix, not able to land it. Khalid with an inaccurate rocket launch across the map is going to let my boy Flix stay alive for a little bit longer. He's trying to actually hold them back. I don't know about this. Keep in mind, there's no snowboard, so we can't snowboard away here, which is fantastic. For QTR KFC, not for Flix, though. He's just spotted another player right in front of him. Not going to take that fight as well. He's going to rotate outside the zone, try and go get those teammates tags, potentially. I could see that happening in the future. No-No's able to pick them up, though. For now, I believe. And it looks like NSG lived to survive another day. Unfortunately, my favorite Indian team has been eliminated. But don't worry, there's still another Indian team that I love in here, and that's going to be team number 8. They're all alive, but they only have 0 kills. So this Indian team is known as Hammer. And they haven't been up to much this game, but at least we have another team from that region still alive.
Here we go.
Agency rotating in with the Ferg skin. You know, we love to see it. 3 eliminations on this roster so far. There is a player right there that they could kill from Azir Esports, but they're not going to go for it. And instead, they're going to rotate out the back. Let's check where this zone is, as we haven't actually checked it in quite a while. Still 54 players alive in a zone this small is quite a lot. If I had to guess, I'd say a lot of these teams are going to rotate in late here, especially NSG, as they're really far out. They got all 4 back thanks to Flix. He's actually able to get another knock here, and he's going for another one. Lovely jubbly from Flix here to try and secure a qualification spot into the finals. They're now up to 8 eliminations total. That gives his team some breathing room if they want to loot up or find a way to get into the next zone. Not only that, he's got a car for the roster here. NSG need to come up the side of that mountain and collect the loot. Using the car to create space for NSG. Now teams will know that he's around there. They don't know that he's a solo player up fighting that, but his teammates are now alongside him. They might be able to get some loot here. The next question on their agenda here is, how do they make it into the zone? Well, I guess that's how they make it into the zone. 2 aimbot snipe quickscopes across the map from Flix is going to give them some time to work with against this other roster here. And now Sigma going in for the quick push here. Oh, there's a player right in front of him. He's giving the call outs. He only has a sniper to work with. Flix going around that right hand side. Can he get another knock onto the last remaining player? Looks like the last remaining player is not going to take that fight. Panita might take down Sigma here. Well, wait. He's not going to do it. He's too scared. He knows NSG are one of the best teams inside of this qualification. match for today. 9 eliminations on the side of NSG. They're looking real good in game number 1. Flicks, of course, holding the high ground. There is a player right in front of him here, going to be iCarry Lethal. Lethal being one of the good teams in here as well. Shot's going to go down. That should be a quick knock or a full kill onto him. There it comes. iCarry going to fall to no-no. 10 eliminations brings them up to double digits. There were other teams on double-digit kills before, though. 15 eliminations here for QTR.
Engaging the enemy.
And they're getting even more. That's them up to 16 currently. Looking real good on the edge of zone. Like I said, a lot of teams rotating in late as expected. Nice shot there. Another shot gonna land from Hopesy onto Cabra. Could potentially be a 17th elimination if they were to push down onto that team. I wouldn't push onto the team because it's on the low ground and it doesn't have rotations into the next zone. So it doesn't really make sense for them to push down and get that full kill. Ooh, what a snipe across the map there again for Hopesy. A player I've actually never seen snipe, but it looks like he's pretty damn good at it. Let's go check out NSG as they're fighting a different team here. Able to take down 2 of the players, and it looks like there's only 1 left alive. Little bit of a bug on the audio, but Brandon, Ashina, Esports lose another. There's 2 more players in front of those guys, but we're going to hop on to a different team so that we don't have to listen to... Oh my gosh. Just get this off. Please, thankfully, we don't need to listen to an infinite ammo Hades being shot there with a bug. Ooh, interesting. Love this play. Only thing that would stop this is an SMRS straight to the dome. They'd need a couple of them at the same time, and they could get a quad wipe. Whether that does come through is up for debate, as it looks like there's only 2 teams above them here. Ooh, never mind. There's actually 4 teams above them. So a double, triple SMRS definitely could happen. You can see Ashina Esports just trying to stay alive here in a nice little spot up in the next zone. NSG are fighting against a team that we're not too familiar with here. So I would say that NSG wins this fight. In the future, they've got a 4v2 situation on the cards. Looks like Flix is going to rotate around the right-hand side, possibly. There he comes. He's going straight through, and now they're going to get pinched from all different angles. Number 1 has the top ground as well. High ground has been secured. They're pushing in from absolutely everywhere. They can't come out the back either, or they're going to die there as well. 2 players get eliminated without a single casualty from NSG, but don't let that distract you from the fact that there is an entire roster just sat on the tippity top of this turbine. I thought it was a full 4-man, but it looks to be only 2 players. This other turbine also has a player on it, Profita. He's going to need to get into the zone sometime soon. DeJennifer probably going to fight Mickey Mouse here outside of the zone if I had to guess. Shots are going to go down here. DeJennifer's definitely going to get knocked. A little pistol whip action. But now looking back on board with NSG, I'd argue that they have a good rotation into zone. They need to keep the high ground though. You don't want to go down there again. Possibly Tech, where Magio and Cincy have on the map right now. Let's go on board with them. Flix with 10 eliminations. This is arguably the best I've ever seen Flix play inside of a tournament qualifier, so they're looking real good here. Only 12 teams remaining. I say only, but this circle is so damn small. The next circle is the last one, and there's still 12 remaining. Now down to 9. It looks like everyone's finally died inside of this circle. NSG best spot in zone. Like I said before, they could rotate down over to Magio, but it looks like they found an even better spot in the zone. Magio and Sensei still alive for now. That other team might still be up as well on top of the turbine. Yes, they are. They're still alive as well. They could easily jump into the next zone and get one of the top spots for positioning. A team that we're not too familiar with here, down at the bottom of the zone, team number 11. They're based out of Africa. Full African roster here. A lot more African teams are now playing in the qualifiers, and I gotta say, the African unknown players, in my opinion, might be better than the known African players. Taking a lot of damage here. This is going to be a tough fight uphill. I think they're going to go down right here, ladies and gentlemen. Too many teams are fighting them. I'm not seeing a smoke bomber get used either. They don't even have their smoke bomber player left alive, and unfortunately, I think they may die as they rotate into the next zone, but not before they get a little knock here on Risky. Namzi with the risky business here, able to peck down 2. Unbelievable play from Namzi from Africa. Unfortunately, he's going to finally fall, but that was a great situation for him to help his team out with. Fomorian also able to take down Cincy. He secures another position for his team. Fomorian just trying to make it into the zone. You know what? I commend him for that push. He was able to finish 3rd place with a great game from the boys of Team 11, known as the Developers. NSG should be able to take the win here with a very good amount of kills. Probably going to end possibly around 20 or 21 kills. But don't let that distract you from the fact that QTR somehow won that when NSG had the high ground? Huh? NSG throwing the late game at the end of that. I must admit, that was a throw. The top 1 and top 2 teams going into these qualifiers, fighting at the end of game number 1. And QTR coming out on top there with a monstrous 27 kill win, guaranteeing them 42 points. Can't believe that end game. I feel like for such a great start and middle of NSG's run there, they really kind of just threw it at the end. I feel like they could have held the high ground. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring up my stream so I can take that in once more, because I don't know if they needed to push down there when they pushed down. They didn't. NSG could have held the cliff face, shot SMRSs down onto QTR and won that game. But instead, they all jumped off the cliff face and killed themselves. They could have got, what, a 23 kill win? But instead, they're getting a 19 kill second place. A 23 kill win would have got them 4 points, 5 points. That would have got them 9 extra points. So as we go into the rest of today, if they don't qualify by 9 points or less, NSG threw it in game number 1. They should have won that game for sure. Still a great game out of them, don't get me wrong, but the end game completely choked. Either way, I want to talk a little bit more about Team 11. These guys, known as the developers, made it into 3rd place. Phenomenal play by Namzi to get a couple of kills outside the zone as he rotated in. And then Fomorian stayed alive as well to guarantee a 3rd place position. Their entire team is from the continent of Africa. We're not used to seeing African players perform well inside of these tournaments, but this last qualifier stage for BRL July has featured a lot of really unknown African players. So fingers crossed, they can keep performing in these qualifiers and actually make it into the finals just based off of how good they are and not needing to be big creators to get in. Either way, going down the list for now, you can see a lot of different teams from a lot of different regions. Obviously, Magio, Brandon, Zylo, and Zinsei, they're based out of Europe. They actually did pretty decent, but not getting a lot of kills as their teammates died earlier. And then further down, you can see team number 19 finished in 5th place. Those guys are based out of Persia and Turkey. They're known as Void. Even further down, we got team number 22. They're actually Bangladeshi. The entire team is called Archean, and they're all from Bangladesh. Our first fully Bangladesh team ever. Team number 22. They're actually able to get 8 eliminations. Not too bad. Further down the list, team number 20, let's call them out. They're all from Italy. Don't know how to say their team name. It looks like EF. That's what I'm going to call them for now. The team that finished in 8th place, I believe they're all from India. They got 8th place. Team 8, only 1 kill though. Not looking too good here for India in game number 1. Team number 18, the Venezuelan and Peru team from Latin America, they were able to get 9th place, but they got a lot of kills. They got a good amount of kills here. 14 eliminations. They should be in the around top 5 area in terms of these leaderboards as we pull them up. Maybe top 6. Further down, you can see the other QTR KFC finishing in 10th place. They got 15 kills. That'll give them 16 points. They'll probably be top 4, top 5 as well. Looking further on down, you can see teams from all around the world. Like we say, all of these qualifiers are open up to anyone. My favorite Indian team of the day, team number 6, Zimbio. They got quite a few kills here early on, but they died so early in the game at 20th place. A disappointing performance for such a good amount of kills at the start of game number 1. They got 8 points for that game. You don't see any other teams here that you probably know. Maybe you've got a fan favorite team or a team that you've followed for quite a while at the bottom of the scoreboard. But so far, today, after 1 game, is pretty much being dominated by 3 teams that we expected to be at the top of the leaderboard. QTR, NSG, and Ashina Esports. Definitely an upset here from Africa. Team number 11. Hopefully we'll be able to remember their name in the chat going forward. I hope to see some more big things from the developers. The entire roster based out of the African continent. I'm actually going to ask production right now to go and ask the developers for which specific African country they're actually based out of, because I'd like to know. I'd like to split up Africa as a region into separate countries. We do it with other teams, so we might as well do it with Africa, am I right? I want to know where in Africa these players are from. They're team 11. Team 12 is actually also African, but they're based out of Senegal. So their entire team is Senegali? Not sure what their ethnicity is known as, or like their country is known as. Obviously, like, I'm from Northern Ireland, so people call me Irish. I don't know, is it Senegalese? Senegalan? Senegese! Senegese. Okay. Sounds good to me. All right, first game was a success. Good job to NSG. Little choke at the end, but it's all right. And obviously a great job from QTR. I really feel like they have performed exceptionally well in the qualifiers, and they barely missed it on their first attempt. But it's Senegalese. Okay, sounds good to me. South Africa, yeah. There's South African players that have played in the qualifiers. Pretty much every single qualifier has had a South African player or team. Either way, we're going to get the scores drafted up for you guys. Game number 1 is finished. Matter of fact, the scores are already done, and I'm going to put them on your screen before we even get into game number 2, which is absolutely diabolically quick. Holy, YouTube, don't worry. You guys have been updated first, and TikTok, you know I love you. I'm going to update you guys as well. This is the final day of qualifiers today, ladies and gentlemen. Up at the tippity top of the mountain is QTR FaZe. They've got an 11-point lead to NSG. Right below that are the developers, chat. Let's go. The developers, 19 points, third place. That won't qualify them. Below that is going to be the QTR KFC team. From now on, I'm just going to reference them as KFC. But they are QTR KFC. Number 5 is Phoenix Trinity. Right below them, we've got Ashina Esports. We've seen them many times in the past in the qualifiers. Arcane are in there as well with 11 points. Good job to them. Right below that, we've got Void with 10. Zimbio, our Indian team, with 8. And then a team just called F. F to pay respects, as with a 7-point performance, they are not qualifying into the finals this Saturday. It's just not going to happen. It's absolutely not going to happen. Either way, we're getting ready to go into game number 2. Game number 2 is about to be underway. We've got 100 out of 100 members. As soon as the administration team is ready to go, they will start the match. Ladies and gentlemen, how do we enter? You're more than welcome to enter with your team by joining our Discord. And it looks like, oh dear, a team might not be streaming their POV, so we can't tell if they're cheating or not. See you later, team. Not sure who that was, but the administration teams have stated that they are not live streaming their POV, so they are out.
Welcome to Battle Royale.
Let's get into it. Hello, Polo. Kentucky Fried Chicken. I guess that's what they're named after. As we're getting into game number 2. Keep in mind, these are the qualifiers, the finals, the last chance sudden death qualifiers here, ladies and gentlemen. After this, there are no more, and we are hosting the finals this Saturday. Big finals this time around. I mean, snowboard's banned. The Filipinos have won the last couple of events pretty decisively. But this time around, there's going to be a lot of different teams for them to play against, and there's going to be no snowboard. I feel like the biggest difference will be the no snowboard, as a lot of the Filipino teams use it to get out of difficult situations. Of course, in the BRL, we like to take out things depending on the month. This month is the snowboard getting banned. Next month, the snowboard will be back, and we'll see what happens then. But for now, the snowboard is banned. And I don't know. I'm going to say here and now, man, if the Filipino team wins again, the Filipinos are undoubtedly the best region inside of Call of Duty Mobile's Battle Royale esports scene. By far, the best region. But I'm going to say it right now. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think the Filipinos are going to win this time around. And you guys know me. I'm the biggest non-Filipino glazer in COD Mobile. I really am. There's nobody that glazes the Filipinos more than I do. I literally go out of my house and my community area in Dubai is filled with Filipinos, and they're always talking to me about Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale esports. They're like, thanks for supporting us, we appreciate it. And I'm like, of course. But this time, I just don't know. I just don't think they can do it without the snowboard. I just don't think they can do it, chat. So we'll have to wait and see. I think this Saturday will be the most competitive and close the matches have been in quite a while. The back-to-back was just a blowout session from Four Kings Main. I mean, it wasn't even close. They dominated. But that was with the snowboard. And the snowboard's gone. So we'll have to wait and see. Looks like Loki's getting targeted here from what I believe to be an Indian roster known as Hammer. Dark was a player I'm familiar with here, but they're going to be able to take down a player straight off the bat. 2 kills to start off game number 2. Maybe if you guys want, you can let me know what you would like to see banned in the next month of the BRL. This month around it is, of course, Snowboard. Medic is banned as well, just because it's not competitive, and Jackal. Couldn't have Jackal in there. Snowboard was banned, that's for sure. So we've got Snowboard, Jackal, and Medic banned this time around. Oh my god, this Indian roster's getting a little bit aggressive, and I like it. They've killed 3 of the players on this team. There's only 1 left alive. Hopefully this is the start of the Indian vengeance when it comes to Battle Royale. 3 eliminations is a real good start for the boys. They don't know where the last player is, so we're going to go on to QTRKFC. KFC currently are 4th on the leaderboard. So they're not looking too bad here. There's nobody else around there. But right as I switched off, it looks like 2JZ took a couple of hits. Team number 8. Wow, that gun is very loud. They're known as Hammer. Unfortunately, Madman changed their name to 2JZ. Because why is their name Hammer when their clan tag is 2JZ? That doesn't make any sense, bro. These goofy goobers, bro. Either way, Marker. Going to hunt down Kuro here. Able to get his teammate back through the revive flight. Bang. Gets his teammate back surely. Kuro's just struggling to stay alive here. Marker could get a free kill. Not going to go for it, I don't think. He's debating it here and now, but I don't think he should go for that. He might go the other way around. Oh my god, that's exactly what he did. And he got smoked. I mean, at least Albino got the third party with a little bug right there. But hey, that was almost a bad situation for the 2JZ boys from India to be in. Speaking of Indian teams, let's hop on to my favorite one, Zimbiote. They're landing over by New Vision City. They've got a clean path into the middle of this game because nobody's landed with them, so we'll stay off of them for now. NSG are also in a little bit of a scuffle. They're able to take down 3 in the first 5 minutes of today's second game. Keep in mind, these are the last qualifiers. There's no more qualifiers after this. Ashina Esports also coming out of game 2, starting really well. All of their teammates are coming back. They already have 5 eliminations, so well done to them. They're obviously based out of Europe. Kuro's team have 1 player remaining, and I think 2JZ are going to hunt him down. There it is. See you later. The full team has been wiped. 2JZ, the team from India, able to get a full clean wipe there with 6 eliminations because the other roster revived some of their players into game number 2. This is a very good start from this team. They got 6 eliminations. We're only 5 minutes into the game. We're still early game here, ladies and gentlemen. At least in my opinion, mid-game doesn't start till 9 to 10 minutes. So they're looking real good. Also, surprisingly enough, team number 3 has been eliminated early inside of game number 2. Team number 3 is known as Pegasus. They're from Latam. And they're gone already, so I don't foresee them qualifying at all into the finals, ladies and gentlemen. They just need to, I guess, keep playing unless they want to embarrass themselves. Hey, Dark Nix. Blackout map would be sweaty for these tournaments. Yeah, we play Blackout map in these tournaments all the time. You must be new around here. 14. I'm assuming this is the other roster from Ashina. It is Ashina Gaming. They have 3 eliminations at the start of this game, so they're also starting off quite well. Going further down the list, looking for teams that we are familiar with. There's Azir. They're over just on the north side of Outpost. Looks like they've spotted somebody down there, or at least they're trying to aim down sight and see if there is anyone down there. But there isn't a player at all. NSG, on the other side, moved out of Outpost and are now fighting a different roster around this drop. Looks like number 1's using a smoke to get across. A little rotational push. Flix is also around there. There is a team actually on top of the hill shooting right at them, supposedly. They're in and amongst all of those players. They're going to rotate over towards Sanitarium.
Engaging the enemies.
Flix is able to hit a shot. I thought that player's name was Zayna there for a second, but it's not. Yeah, they're just going to play defensively. It's a 4v4 situation. NSG are at the tippity top of the leaderboard in that second place position, so they don't want to take any fights that they don't need to early in this game. We're still only 7 minutes into game number 2, so they need to stay alive for a little bit longer. Azir now inside of a fight against 2JZ, the team from India. Able to get a couple of knocks and full kills there. Aldino try to get full killed as well. The trade does come in from 2JZ, but I really think that that's going to be all she wrote. Unless Adam has something to say about it. Adam, last remaining player on the team. This is a tricky situation for him to be in. He's going to rotate out of here. He does have the smoke bomber to use, which he did play down. No smoke bomber left for him. He doesn't have it upgraded either, so that's not going to help him either. Struggling to get away, but manages to stay alive. 2JZ. Our new Indian roster here. Mech's out of the situation barely. Not sure if he was able to get any revive flights. He is. Aldino will come back through the revive flight. But they're going to stay alive for a little bit longer. Let's move on to our other Indian roster. They have 0 kills, but there is a team right in front of them being GL. GL still alive. We're going to pull up the map here as it is now rotated in. We're on to the 8-minute mark. Ooh, lovely jubbly there from Easy. 3 kill for the Indian broski himself. Other hit him with the Namaste shotgun pump. The rest of that team have rotated out of there. Bro's using the Spec Ops 3 skin. Can we get a Spec Ops 3 mythic skin in the future, please, COD Mobile? Sigma, able to get a knock onto that roster that we've seen them fighting earlier. Keep in mind, NSG are second place in the current leaderboards. They're going to rotate right up and at him. Want to take this team out. They know that they're weak. Cluster strikes coming in from the spotter. A lot of different nades are being put down. Sigma doesn't know that they've rotated away from there. He's going to use the ninja to get up in the tippity top. Almost got up to the very top, actually. Shots go down, not able to land them. Keep in mind, Ray standing right there. This could be a good spot for Ray to get a little pick here, especially if he doesn't know he's there. Shotgun pump goes in, not able to get the one pump, though. He's going to get just absolutely torched. There's no way you're going to win that fight, especially because one of their teammates have disconnected, and now they're down to 2 players instead of the 4 that they had earlier. GG. Easy fight for NSG to wipe. Ladies and gentlemen, they maybe get up to 6 kills here if they're able to just push these guys out. SMRS going across the map. It should be freebies for them. I tell you, as much as I love NSG, the team from the Americas, I would really love to see what the developers from Africa could do here. So as soon as we see if they can wipe them, nope, they're going to drive right past the final player. We're going to go ahead and hop onto the developers. That name is a mouthful. Dark, able to take down 1. That's his first kill for this game. There's still 2 players alive on that team. 2 eliminations on the board for the roster of the developers. Remember, this entire team is from Africa. The African boys themselves.
The safe zone is collapsing.
What does the biggest in Africa say, chat? Yipa yipo. Yipa yipo. They're looking good here, ladies and gentlemen.
Airdrop has been
We'll keep on moving around the teams to see who else is in action. Team number 16 is that roster that they're fighting. They've actually got 2 players eliminated here using the fake broken skin. Whereas over on the side of India, it looks like Aldino has been eliminated, and that Indian roster known as 2JZ are gone from game number 2. Yipa. NSG are able to eliminate them, which brings them up to 6 eliminations total. Did they get that other player? No, Sick is still alive here, so he's staying up for now. He's staying alive for now, and it looks like QTR are also fine with both of their rosters still in it. Let me take a little sip of my coffee. Dark Nix, remind me what you do again, because I always see you in my chat when I'm streaming at these times. Oh, the QTR teams are now fighting against each other. We've got the main QTR roster and then KFC, which is the one we're watching right now, right beside each other. Let's hop on board with Skywalker as he's just been knocked. And a different team is third party this main QTR roster. QTR FaZe. There's players over on the left-hand side. Oh, dearie me, this is looking real bad here for QTR FaZe. They've suffered 2 casualties on the main stage. Third party and fourth party all coming in at the same time. No! QTR KFC is the ones that are targeting them. Oh, dear. This couldn't have been in any worse time to get their car exploded. It's not looking too good. And oh my god, is that the African developer team? Oh, it is. Oh, I'm trying to see some big time plays from these small time players. Namzi just struggling to stay alive here. They've been third-partied as well from behind. Third party on third party on third party here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately for them, that car has exploded and the developers are in a very tricky spot. If it was a time to make a big-time play in these qualifiers, it would be now. Namzi and Lona, last alive in the team. Lona has the aggressive peak angle right here. Namzi has his behind. He's going to turn around in the wrong side. Oh, dear. Lona's last alive. That's going to be all she wrote. And my favorite African roster is eliminated from game number 2. They were actually taken down by Zaiwu and team number 7. Team number 7, believe it or not, I'll pull up the scoring here. They're actually based out of Persia. Persia taken down an African roster here. From the third party, they're getting need from across the map. That's going to be QTR. The original third-party team are now coming back in third party in this Persian team. Oh, dearie me. That's going to be a knock here with the Hades. Dearie. Oh, God. Retaliation comes through. Unfortunately for them, Rich is going to die, but the revive flight will be able to be used. And now both of their players should come back. As Sinner is holding the aggressive angle. Rotating around on that right-hand side here. And the other QTR team is not going to take the fight. Now moving on to the Americas side of the game. We've got NSG still alive with 11 kills. They're going pretty hard inside of game number 2. Pretty hard indeed. Ah, yes, receptionist for dentist. That's what it was, right? Dental practice. Bang! SMRS across the entire map there from number 1. Not gonna land it though. And it seems like the player's using the Desperado and he's got a couple of kills with it. Let's hop on board to my favorite Indian roster though. As I've got 3 eliminations in this game, I need them to stay alive for a little bit longer. We need bigger and better Indian players in these tournaments. So far, India's been suffering the last couple of years, but 2026, it's been their best year so far inside of Battle Royale. 3 players remaining. 3 kills this long into the game, in this middle game, or about to go into late game. It's not really enough to make a statement. And the SMRS is going to do a lot of damage on the Dogfather. He could probably take him out of that if there was another SMRS able to be used, but unfortunately for them, there was not. Either way, we'll hop on board with Hax as he's in a little bit of a fight here against this Persian roster. He's holding the angle quite well here. Oopsie, unfortunately going to die from the side. And oh dear, Hax getting eliminated. Team number 2, the team that's currently number 1 on the leaderboard, has been taken down. That's going to be QTR Fizz. Both QTR rosters suffering the same fate. KFC and Fizz are eliminated from game number 2. This could be NSG's time to get the number 1 spot on the leaderboard here. They're going to rotate over to the next zone. They don't have far to rotate now. They are getting sniped from that left-hand side from the team that we seen the developers fight earlier. We pull them up really quick. We'll be able to get a little POV from them. BKR, team number 16. Team number 16, actually based out of Venezuela and El Salvador. El Salvador, one of those countries from the Latin region that went through quite a transformative period recently. Anytime I see El Salvador in the news, it's nothing but positivity towards them. Shout out to their president. I know he's doing a good job over there. And shout out to El Salvador. I've actually debated maybe visiting El Salvador sometime soon. Good job to that president, bro. I heard they also have a massive Bitcoin reserve too, chat, if you're a crypto head. NSG still making their way into the next zone. They made their way into this zone just moments ago. Still on 15 kills. There is an Indian team fighting up above them. It's actually my favorite Indian roster. They've still got 3 eliminations right here, and it looks like they're fighting the Ashina Gaming roster. Not to be confused with Ashina Esports, which is their main team of 4. Zimbio, team 6 here, moving in. Want to get a nice position in this next zone. They do have some time to work with, but easy plays. I feel like it's going to get targeted by NSG. He's right below them. The entire team's right below them, I should say. Thanks for the follow, everyone, over on TikTok. I just seen a bunch coming in. Appreciate you. If you like BR Esports or just anything COD Mobile related, probably your number 1 spot to see it all. Cat and Sick. I can't believe these guys have stayed alive this long. NSG fought this team earlier, and it looks like they're finally going to be able to finish them off here as Sick gets knocked. Cat's last alive on the team. No. And Flicks being the ones that are targeting them the most. 16 eliminations on the board here for NSG. We pull up the map. You can see there's 43 people in this zone. Very small zone for the amount of players that we have alive. And with the 16 kills in the first 18 minutes, NSG are looking real good to get into this end game. Tangos have been spotted across the map from Flicks, but he's going to get traded with right there on the shot. Fortunately, his one doesn't land, but theirs did. Now looking at Ashina Esports, the main roster, struggling a couple of casualties right there. Sensei still alive along with Silo, able to get the retaliation trade. SMRS on the hands of Sensei. Gonna go into the crate here, surely staying alive for a little bit longer. A couple of nades or 2-3 years in Dagestan would take them out of that crate, but I don't know if the nades are coming through. There they are. It's actually the other Ashina roster fighting the main Ashina team here, and Sensei probably gonna get treated with. No, maybe, possibly one shot. Oh my god, using the knife to get the kill. Unfortunately gonna die. Magio last alive in the team, and who's that in there? It's the team from Persia. They should take out Magio in just a moment here. See you later, alligator. Sensei last alive in the roster. Unfortunately, only has a self-revive, doesn't have anything else. He's going to die, and that's going to be Ashina out of game number 2. Looking on board here now with NSG, they have a perfect spot in the zone. They don't need to rotate through anywhere. Team 7, on the other hand, they need to make it in. These guys are called Old But Gold, and they've been struggling to get through, but they do have 15 eliminations this late in the game, which is real good. 7 teams remaining. I'm curious, what happened to my main man from Zimbabwe? They must have all died, as I don't see them left alive here. Unfortunate situation for them to be in. Look at this. Lovely team coordination here. Absolutely love to see it. From team number 7. Big shout out to Persia. Ladies and gentlemen, I live in the other side of the Persian Gulf in Dubai. Every Persian I've ever met has been nice to me, chat. So W Persia, and it looks like W Persia even more because they're able to take down 2 players here. 17 eliminations from Rich, Ajradin, Zaiwu, and Sinner. All of them have 4 apiece, at least. NSG's been spotted, and it's some RS across the map, not gonna land. This is gonna be a difficult spot to rotate in from. I don't know if they've got it in the tank right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually in the final zone here. As soon as this closes, there's no more zone to go into, and there'll be no more map left to play with. NSG landed a couple of snipes onto that team from Azir. Able to get a couple of knocks here. There we go. Love to see it. Minato last alive on the team. Can they get the knock and the full kill onto him? Surely. Nope. He's going to die outside the zone. Now in a 4v4 situation. It's going to be NSG versus the team that we were just watching here. Old but Gold. NSG do have a little bit of an advantage here, I would say so. Bang! Oh, a lovely shot, but now the advantage favors Old But Gold from Persia. 23 kills in the board here, but I don't know. Old But Gold is looking real good. Keep in mind, there is another player just camping right beside him. He's going to finally die. NSG number 1 able to take him down, but now a 1v1 could come through here from Haj. It's going to turn into a 1v2. Number 1 and No pushing up at the same time. Can I get a knock? No, they can. And it looks like it's going to fever NSG towards the end. Never mind. The defender comes down. It's actually going to help Opa Gold, but another one's popped by Flick. Surely they're able to clutch it. And NSG rubbing it in their faces. Able to win game number 2 after learning from their mistakes in game number 1. A massive performance from them. I think they got something like 28 kills. We'll have to look at the scoreboard right here, ladies and gentlemen, to tally up the numbers, but let's double check. 28 kills in a win, that's 43 points. That's a big time play coming out from arguably the biggest time players inside of the last chance sudden death qualifiers here today. That's going to skyrocket them up into first place. If they just play consistent today for the last 2 games, I think they've qualified, ladies and gentlemen, which is very good for anyone from the Americas, whether you're North, South, or Latin America. I mean, this is looking good. This is looking good for NSG right here. They barely missed the mark in the first qualifiers. They were relegated into the sudden deaths. And now, remember, if you finish top 2, you get to go and play in the finals for $10,000. And I think NSG, with that performance, look, 28 points for kills. They got 15 for placement. They got 43 total points. That's going to skyrocket them up to 72 total points. I mean, come on. Come on, chat. This is looking real good for NSG here. QTR, on the other hand, they died really early on. QTR phase, I'm going to have to search them out here. As we go down this leaderboard, I can see them right there. 16th place. Oh, God. 16th place. 9 kills. They're going to go up to 51 points. Still good. Still good. 51 points. Not bad. In 2 games, that's a really good performance, but god damn, did they fall off the cliff in game number 2. If I had to guess of teams that could possibly catch up to them, I mean, 20 points in a second place, that's going to be 30 points total. From team number 7, that's Old But Gold. They weren't even in the leaderboards after game number 1, so I feel like, although QTRP has played terribly, they might actually still be number 2. So our top 2 teams are still the ones in the qualification spots. It's just they've flipped where they are. Either way, it's going to close the gap for everyone else, and you guys know what a 4-game series is like. It could go any way at any moment. But I'll say here and now, unless NSG die at the start of the next 2 games, I think they've got what it takes to qualify into the finals of the $10,000 tournament. NSG, one of those teams that we've been watching for, I guess, the last 5 months, 4 months maybe, and we've kind of seen them rise through the ranks. When they first started playing in the competition, they were trash. They didn't know what they were doing. They always came into zone late. They always had 0 kills. And honestly, they were arguably one of the worst teams ever in the finals. And then they kind of got relegated from being automatically in the finals to going into the qualifiers. And then they weren't qualifying into the finals anymore, so they kind of fell off. But it looks like they've been practicing, and they've been practicing hard, because this time around, they barely missed the qualifiers. And now it looks like, you know, they're going to go straight into the finals. So they're definitely improving. Good job to NSG. You can also see other teams in here that did fairly well that game. I can see Ashina Esports down there, able to get 10 kills in a 9th place finish. Disappointing performance again from the QTR roster that was first place going into that match. Unfortunately, the developers, my favorite African team from today, is only getting 3 kills that game, so I don't know if they're going to be in the top 3 anymore. I highly doubt it. Down further, you can see some Indian teams dying early on with a lot of kills, which is kind of disappointing as well. But either way, we're going to get these scores drafted up for game number 2, and we'll get ready for game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3. If you like BR Esports, or you just like COD Mobile in general, hit the follow and subscribe button. Chat, you already know the vibes, Pookies. You already know the vibes, my Pookie Bears. Welcome to the stream, Naka. Appreciate it. Naka said he needs a puck product. Hey, man, if you want to buy any of the puck products, make sure to use code FERG. I think it's 5% or 10% off for a code FERG in the puck store. It should be not case sensitive, but I'm not sure if it is or not. I would need to get back to you on that one for sure. What's up, Aldino? How you doing, man? Slayer in the tournament? Yes, Slayer's straight into the finals of the tournament. I have talked a little bit to Slayer about possibly playing in the qualifiers. I feel like Slayer and Lotex want to play in the qualifiers to practice. Because if you're a finals team that made it through the qualifiers, you have so many more rounds of practice against top teams that play in the finals of the FERG tournaments, the BRL tournaments, that it actually, I feel like it's quite unfair. Like the finals teams, I mean, they get to play with the rule set that we're working with. Especially a team like NSG, they played the qualifiers, they didn't go through. And now they're playing the sudden death last chance qualifiers on the final day. And if they go through here, they've had 2 different days of playing with the same rules and format, whereas the teams that are already in the finals don't have any progress or practice without the snowboard in their lobbies. I don't know, it's interesting. I think for a player like Slayer, he likes to practice as much as possible, which is probably why he's debating in his head whether or not he wants to go through the qualifiers instead of getting the automatic bid to the finals. But we're yet to see. Maybe he'll play in the qualifiers in the future. But for now, he is in the finals. A lot of NSGs on top over on my stream currently. Big shout out to NSG. We love NSG here, of course. Hey, I've been supporting them for a while. I've been supporting them. Hey, I've been rooting for them. I've been rooting for them for a while, TikTok. It's been a while. What about Darko? We didn't see too much of him there. Unfortunately, Mahez, we didn't see too much from Darko. We're fingers crossed that the Indians can come through and make a splash, make a wave, but so far, not so good. You have daily practices on your servers? No, there is not. I mean, we could think about doing that, but we already do so much. I don't know if we'd set up our own practices. We'd probably just stick to hosting the qualifiers. But yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of practice places that you could go. If you watch any of the other streamers that play in these tournaments, they usually actually do host custom rooms. If you want to practice in those, you're more than welcome to do so. But as for us doing practices, I don't really think that's something that we'll probably do. We'll stick to the qualifiers and the finals. I mean, the qualifiers are already a pretty big ask as it is, but I just wanted to set it up so that more people from the community would have a chance to play for money and have a chance to play against the biggest and the best players. So that's why we actually added qualifiers into it. COD Mobile didn't ask us to. They were perfectly fine with me just hand selecting teams to play for $10,000. But I thought it would be best for the community to add some qualifiers in there and give other people a chance to play for money outside of just the biggest creators in the world, even though I know a lot of the biggest creators in the world are actually the best players. All right, getting into game number 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. We do have the updated scoreboard that has been sent over to me right now, so I'm going to go ahead and update it on your screen. You'll see quite a lot of changes here as far as the leaderboard goes, but when it comes to the tippity top of the mountain, there aren't any changes really at all. NSG and QTR is right up there at number 1 and 2 still. Old But Gold, a team from Persia, are in here at 3. Phoenix Trianity, interesting name. Phoenix Trianity, they're actually from Venezuela and Peru. They're sitting there at 4. Ashina Esports, we're fairly familiar with those guys, are in at 5th. KFC, that's the other QTR team, are at 6th. And then the developers, the African roster, have fallen quite significantly there to 7. So I'm disappointed in that. Azir Esports have rose through the ranks at 8th. Then we've got Arcane and 21st Century. Arcane are based out of Bangladesh, our first ever fully Bangladeshi team. And speaking of teams near Bangladesh, the Indian roster, Zimbio is in a fight against Ashina Esports off the drop. First kill's going to go to them. And it looks like Brandon and the rest of the boys have rotated out of that situation entirely. They do not want to take that fight at all. I tell you who doesn't want to take this fight either. Demon. Last guy alive on his team. This is not a good start for Azir Esports. Keep in mind, they just made it into the top 10, and it looks like they're going to die first out of any team. No revive flights in their hands here. Last remaining player, Demon. Gonna use the gondola, I believe it's called, to get out of the situation. Now, he might die in this. I'm not too sure if he'll stay alive here. I think he got a tag from somebody or 2 of his players. Lovely jubbly, able to stay alive for a little bit longer. That was a close one. That was indeed a close one, Pookies. Going now on over to Skywalker. Oh, it's the developers in a little bit of a fight here against QTR's Easy Fees roster. 2 players remaining from the developers. This is not going to be a good fight for them to take. They don't have a shotgun in hand. Oh, don't like this whatsoever. I want to see the developers to do well here, but I don't think it's likely for them to do it. Oh, dear. Ooh, nice play from Namzi, though. Revive flight. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Oh, he stayed alive. I don't think he's going to be able to keep it up, though. There's no way. He has no plates. Rewinds. Stays alive for a little bit longer. I don't know if this is going to happen, chat. The developers, my favorite team from Africa today, may go down here. Oh, Namzi, that's the wrong direction to take. And I think that's going to be all she wrote. The developers are eliminated. Yippa yippo. They are gone. Team number 11 are out of game number 3. My favorite African team are one of the first teams to get fully eliminated. Looks like we have some players right in front of back here. This is GL, team number 12. They're from Senegal. We go from one African team to the next. A Senegalese team. Now fighting against a roster right in front of them. That will be Lethal. I think Lethal's based out of some sort of Latam country or Spanish-speaking country. What are you doing? What are you doing with this? A shock stick. Throw a shock baton to electrocute enemies and devices within range. I just don't know if that's the best class ability to use, Vecna. I just really don't know if that's the best. You should use something else, brother. Looks like these guys are going to disengage here. They don't want to take that fight any longer. We'll go on up to the top team right now. NSG are number 1 on your scoreboard with 72 total points. This is game number 3. The second to last game here, ladies and gentlemen. Bergman Idol, absolute legend of COD. What is up, Levon? Appreciate you subscribing over on YouTube, my man. Road to 1 million on the live channel, chat. Holy. Senegalese? Alright, thank you, brother. Oh, dear. One of my favorite Indian teams are getting absolutely robbed. Oh, never mind. They're able to clutch up. Oh, almost turned on him. Last player. There we go. The Indians fight back, and Adam stays alive to fight another day. We've seen him do it before, and he just did it again. All 4 players coming back into the action, and a quick team wipe, leaving only 20 teams left alive inside of game number 3. Oh dear, it looks like QTR have actually lost one of their players. I think it's Khalid is not inside of game number 3. He must have disconnected. He disconnected, chat. He disconnected. Ashina also losing 2 players there as well. It must be the Indian boys tracking him down, trying to kill them. Ashina in a rough spot here. Gio gonna stay alive for a little bit longer. Not looking too good for him, though. Oh, dearie me. Kenya, what is up? We need more Kenyans in these qualifiers, I'll tell you that much. There's a few Kenyans, but not as many today as we've seen in the past. Marker, able to take down somebody somehow. How did that happen? He killed somebody with a pistol, but obviously his character's bugged for now, so I don't know how that actually happened, but good job to him. These guys are now up to 5 eliminations. Going to the actual main QTR team, 4 kills on the side of them. This is QTR Fizz. Nobody's around them, so they're going to stay alive. We're about 3 minutes away from the mid-game. Early game's about to wrap up, and it looks like Fizz here do have nobody to fight. Because of that reason, we'll hop on board with a different team here. Platanito. Last alive on his team. There is a couple of players over there to his left-hand side. They did kill his teammates just moments ago. Habarikanyus should be able to get one of those. Oh no, that's not going to be good. He might actually die here getting the tag. There comes the bullets. Planito. That's a bad spot for him to be in. Gets the revive flight. Might die here. Oh, dearie me. And BKR are eliminated early once again. 18th, actually 19th place position since there's 18 teams left alive. Disappointing to say the least, Chattington. Team number 19 are actually losing a couple of their players as well, which is not too good either. I believe they weren't streaming earlier, which they got kicked for. Need to be streaming to make sure that you're playing legit and not cheating inside of these tournaments. Oh dear, Zimbio. They've said, you know what, fuck you guys, we want a little bit of a fight here, and the fight is exactly what's going to happen. Shots going down onto V12 Nitrix right there, a couple of missed shots from Super. For whatever reason, my color has changed as well. Lots of nades, SMRSs in hand, bang, able to land it, but not get a kill right there, or a knock. Knock finally comes through from easy plays onto Nitrix. Another knock as well, a mean plays going down too. Zimbio from India making light work of this team. Love to see it, some Indian pride coming through on the main stage. Yuri, last alive, see ya later. Alligator, as that team number 23 has been eliminated. That was actually India versus Pakistan, and it seems like India came out on top. Kind of reminds me of cricket. Anyway, moving on before I cause some political bullshit in my chat, let's go and check out another team. As NSG have all 4 remaining players. Keep in mind, snowboard is banned, so any of the teams that landed on the snowy part of the map get no advantage for landing there. No advantage at all. 4 eliminations for NSG here. But nobody's around them, so we'll head on over to QTR. This is QTR KFC. All of the boys alive that made it into the game. Khalid did unfortunately disconnect. Not sure what happened there. They aren't the number 1 QTR team in this, though. That would be QTR Fizz. They're currently 2nd place position. So they are. I don't know why the voices are in Chinese, Air Breather. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Why do they keep going down here? There's nobody down here. Why do they keep... Are they buying stuff? I don't understand what they're actually trying to do here. They must be buying stuff or something. I don't understand. They've done that twice now where we see them go outside of the zone to get things. However, going back to the Indian side, we got 5 eliminations on the side of 2JZ. But to be honest, I haven't seen them be up to much here in quite some time, so I don't think they'll finish in the top 10, which means they might not get a spot for BRL August qualifiers, which would be disappointing. Peterbot over by Launch Base. Can't believe Launch Base is still in zone. We now are, of course, into the mid-game now, chat. So we may see a couple of rotation plays come through. And while people are rotating in, oh, there they come. As expected, right as I said. Couple of rotation plays in. Who says I don't know BR? I'm the X back-to-back-to-back champ. I'm the multiple game champ, chat. Holy champ. Champing ton. Chat, you know what they say? I came, I saw, I conquered. Bro. Oh dear, chat. Imagine if a game gave me that as like some sort of item inside of it. Like I came, I saw, I conquered, bruh. Anyway, moving on. 2JZ in a fight again.
Enemy eliminated.
Ooh, lovely jubbly here. This fight's actually going to go down the distance. Shot lands from Marker. Love to see that. Vanita trying to stay away. Profita is getting pushed up on by Adam. Ooh, Profita using the Ackman skin. Able to take him down. There we go. Finally dying. 8 eliminations from India. 2JZ. Making a little bit of a statement here. They might get dropped on. Oh, they might get dropped on by a Shinna. They are getting dropped on by a Shinna. They're going to need to hold the ground. There's only 3 of their players left alive, and this is not looking too good for the Indians here. Darko's going to get knocked. Unfortunate situation for them to be in. They need to stay alive for a little bit longer to help themselves here, but that's not going to happen. Marco's the last remaining player alive. Oh, dear. That was a bad fight to take, and before Adam can come through with the revive flight, the Indians of 2JZ are eliminated. Oh no. Don't worry though, there's still another Indian team. 10 eliminations on the side of Zimbio, and it looks like they're actually fighting NSG here. The team from the Americas. This team is actually number 1. Number 1 currently in the leaderboards, and they've basically guaranteed their spot a place in a final, so they just need to stay alive. Get a couple of points each game. I mean, they're already on 72 points, so they're not looking bad at all. A difficult situation there for 2JZ, unfortunately, as they did get third party, but that's the name of the game when it comes to Battle Royale. You only take fights that you know you can recover from fast, and unfortunately that fight was out in the open. They only had small departments inside of their very tiny cottage to use for cover. Because of that, SMRS, nade, shot through the wall, instant wipe. It is what it is. Some fights look juicy in the moment, but can end up getting you killed, and that's exactly what happened to 2JZ there. Looks like they've got a nice little position in the zone now, Sheena, as they've just taken down that other Indian roster. On the other side of things, Zimbio struggling. A couple of casualties on their side. They do have those 10 eliminations. Super able to get back through. Oh, dear. Never mind. They're actually fighting QTR Fizz. If there was a team I wouldn't want to fight right now, it's QTR. As they've got their back against the wall here to try and make it into the finals. SMRS is being used. I think Drance knows he's in there. Oh, he does. Oh God. That's going to be all she wrote, surely. Oh, dearie me. And unfortunately, Zimbio are eliminated. They were in the top 10. They got kicked out of the top 10. And now I don't think they'll be able to get back into it. See you later, alligators. QTR is trying to keep that second place qualifying position. NSG stole their first place. Oh, it's the number 1 and number 2 team going in for a fight here. 3v4 situation. Number 1's further up than anyone else on the side of NSG. He's going to rotate back with the prone position. Doesn't want to get tagged out in the open. Skywalker over on his left side could kill him. From there, it looks like Skywalker's giving callouts to Hags and Drance that there is players over there, but number 1 on this angle could hold it. Hopesy. Oh, that's not going to be good for number 1. Hopesy's going to know that he's there, and shots are going to go down, get an instant kill. Now it's all down to Nona to make something. He's been knocked as well. Sigma, last alive. This could be the decider of who finishes number 1 and number 2. Ninjas being used. They don't have any snowboards. 3 ninjas in a row. Oh my God, lots of shots going down here. Use your wingsuit. You're going to need it. Wingsuit, there it comes. He needs to stay alive for longer than this. They're going to trail him down, and he should have kept running because he is shocked. NSG, terrible spot. No revive flights. He should have kept running. QTR have found him. Instant kill. SMRS to the face. And NSG are out. Finishing this game with about 76 total points. Actually, 78 total points, because they did get some points there for placement, I think. I think they got 2 points, possibly. But this is going to be a good time for QTR to catch up nicely. We'll need to hop on board with Old as Gold, as they also have 10 eliminations. If they want to win a spot into the finals, they're going to need to take down that opposing QTR team. I guess you could call them rivals. Rivals indeed. Stream sniping? Absolutely not. That was not a stream snipe in the slightest. That was the easiest prediction of all time. I can't remember what player it was there on NSG, but he used 3 ninjas. QTR fees know that he used 3 ninjas. He has no mobility because he doesn't have he doesn't have a snowboard. And he wasn't standing outside in the open running away. So there was only one place he could be, and that was in the house. There was no stream snipe at all. At all. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear the excuses. Alright? Whatever the back-to-back-to-back champ says on multiple different titles, goes. That was not a stream snipe. That was the easiest prediction ever. Like, where else would he be? Other than in that house. That's the only place he could have been. He should have kept running. He should have kept running, trying to use smokes, trying to ninja, but of course he used 3 ninjas, which he shouldn't have done in the first place. He didn't need the 3rd ninja. And to be honest, he choked one of the ninjas, which is why he used the 3rd one. So the player actually choked. It definitely wasn't a stream snipe. But if you want to say that, you're more than welcome to do so. We don't ban anyone in our chats. Abba, thanks for becoming a member there. Actually giving away a gifted member. Love to see that. Thank you very much, brother. Oh, dearie me. Skywalker going down here. Hopesy. Last alive on the team. QTR getting disbanded. Do they have any players coming back in the revive flight? Doesn't look likely. This is an interesting third party from, I believe, a South Asian team. Oh, Fergskin making an appearance from agency. Love to see that. Love to see that indeed. As QTR falling early this game as well. Gonna possibly lower their lead when it comes to the 3rd place and below. Obviously, NSG not getting a good lead either in game number 3. Common sense ain't common, bruh. I guess not, Wholesome. I guess not. Welcome to the stream, brother. Never seen you in chat before. Hopesy. Now, hoping that he can just stay alive here for as long as possible. Does have one of, I guess, the newer class abilities being Toxic Overload. Deploys a radiation device that emits radiation within a spherical radius. Too many raids in there. The only raid that I like is the map. I don't know about all of that. It actually looks like Hopesy here could get a really nice spot in the zone. Yeah, this is going to be great for him. He's over on the backside, has cover to work with. I mean, there is a team behind him that could kill him. They may chase him down. Profita's seen him. So they may actually chase him down. I would love to see that happen. It would make the final 4th game be even closer than it's already going to be. But, I mean, if Hopesy dies here, that's going to really nerf the chances of QTR from making it into the finals. 13 kills is a good amount. There's not very many teams alive left in this zone, so they're already 7th. At least. Look at that. Teams are rotating in very late here. There might be a lot of team deaths in just a moment, which would really help QTR's case in trying to keep their number 2 position and qualifying right in. But let's go into a team that is 3rd place right now. They do have 10 eliminations themselves, able to take down a player there, iCrap, from behind. Looks like a spotter has been landed over on the side of Rich. That zone has been shown. Hopesy has been spotted across. Interesting. Not too sure how that player's seen him there. I'm going to need to get a rewind. Administration, look into Rich Harris. I don't know how he's seen him. Maybe he did. I don't know. Could be shooting a blank there. But just to make sure that everyone's playing legitimately and safe, that was just a little bit odd to me. Looks like a fight's going to go down there. However, Panita has been spotted right on the side of Hopesy. One team's died so far since Hopesy got into this position. He does have a really nice spot here, to be fair. But Panita could come around the side. That's exactly what's going to go down. Oh my god, double kill from Hopesy. Not able to get the triple, but able to confirm one right there. Great spot for him to actually land another point for QTR with the double 1 pump straight to the face. Lovely jubbly. Finally gets eliminated. And now we're looking on board on the side of team number 24. This team's based out of India, Pakistan, and Bhutan. So this is a crazy South Indian team. They're going to be going against Ashina Esports outside of the zone. This is a big fight. Cracks the player right in front of him. Not sure who it is. Unfortunately, going to get blindsided by too many players over there. They're going to get absolutely eradicated. Ryoki using the Holy Father skin here, trying to make something work as well. The defender goes down. Agency's up on board. Look at this spray from Agency. Oh my god, beautiful spray. But now there's players right in front of him. The Ferg skin. Oh my god! Proving the Ferg skin proud here. Absolutely love to see it. Two more players right below him. Keep going! Oh, looking like Prime Ferg on the main stage. Risen Agency. Absolutely love to see it. He keep going. Oh my god. Prime Fergus came back on all cylinders here. Agency now in a 2v1 situation. Probably should keep using his plates. Has his pro player teammate Ben right beside him. Don't know if pushing this without full health is the move here. Doesn't know that the player's right behind him. Ferg, no! Dying on the main stage. Surely you kill him. It's Ian Grace. I need to see you win this game, please. Agency. Oh, self-revive. Self-revive. Ferg skin still in it for now. 17 kills for the win. Get 18 here, please, ladies and gentlemen. Ferg does it! Let's go! Prime Ferg is back, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, it's Risen Agency on top using the Ferg skin. Number 1 on the shoulder for a reason. Because he just got number 1 in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pull up the scoreboard right here. Oh! Who is that handsome young man? And right beside him too, we got Holy Father. I mean, this is the best of both worlds at this point, chat. Best of both worlds right here. Ferg winning again, as usual, chat. Holy. 18 kills and a win right there for the boys of team number 24. They're based out of India, Pakistan, and Bhutan, bro. We got an Indian, Pakistan, and Bhutan team up winning a game. Absolute cinema. Absolute namaste. Let's go, boys. Big time win. 15 points for placement's going to give them 33 total points. 33 total points right there for the boys. We go down the scoreboard. You can see only 4 kills from team number 3. That's not going to be too good if you ask me. Anyway, 33 total points for them. Let's pull up. They weren't actually on the scoreboard, OGs, at the start of that game, so at least that'll put them into the top 10. Love to see it, chat. Love to see that. Yes, I do. The team that finished 3rd here is going to be Old But Gold. They finished with 16 kills and a 3rd place finish. Is going to close the gap even more between them and QTR FaZe. So the race is really between Old But Gold, QTR, and NSG for qualifications here. NSG, obviously, Latin and North America. QTR, I believe, are based out of Europe. Actually more so Eastern Europe, I believe, like Turkey, countries like that. Then Old But Gold are Persian, full 4-man Persian roster. I didn't see what Phoenix Trinity were doing that game, so we might have to take a little shot and check them out as well as we go down the list. Let me actually check. Phoenix Trinity, where are you guys from? I believe they might be Persian as well. But I'm not sure where they finished. They are not. Oh, yeah, that's the Venezuelan and Peru guys. The Venezuelan and Peru guys. Let's see if we can find them right here. Team number 18. Oh, there they are. Right in there at 5th place. Not a bad game from them either. So there might be a little bit of a battle between 3 different teams to qualify here. We've got a Latam team, we've got the Persian team, and we've got a Euro team all battling out. Also, a couple of Indian teams did well that game, so they might go up the leaderboards too. Ashina Esports are also up at the tippity top here, finishing 4th, but they didn't get a lot of kills, so I don't think they're going to get many points. NSG dying early also is going to give them a little bit of a struggle as we go on forth, as I think QTR FaZe will have caught up to them, and Old But Gold also will have significant points after that game, as well as Phoenix along with the Ashina. So it's going to be interesting to see where everyone places as we get into the 4th and final game. That's going to be 3 games so far. We have 1 more game to go in this qualifiers, and then remember, the finals are on Saturday, and you better follow and subscribe or you won't see them. What's up, Ferg? What's up, brother? What's up, brother? How you doing, bro? Hope you're all having a good day today. All 3 teams lost yesterday. What teams lost yesterday? What of the 3 teams lost yesterday? Oh, he's speaking Persian in my chat, and it's auto-translating for me. That's awesome. Hey, yo, what's up, Persians? Rachel, thanks for the fireworks over on TikTok. Thank you. Oh my god, I just didn't even speak English. Rachel, thanks for the fireworks on TikTok. Jesus. Oh my god. Didn't sleep well last night, I must say. It is what it is, chat. I'll sleep well for Saturday to make sure that I don't go all over the place. Oga playing on 80 MS? Yeah, get used to it, buddy. Welcome to the party. Everyone plays on high MS in these tournaments. That just is what it is. So complaining about it isn't going to change anything. The server picks wherever the most players are from, and when it comes to qualifiers, players are all around the world. So you will need to get extremely lucky if you get a server in the qualifiers. Then in the finals, it's really whichever teams qualify from the same country the most. So I think this time around it's going to be Latin America server for the finals, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Either way, I'm proud of my India, Pakistani, and Bhutan team, chat. Namaste. Why do we not have Team Namaste? They should change their team name. Let's do it. Let's make it official. Game number 4 here, ladies and gents. Last game. Last game. This is the last game of the last chance sudden death qualifiers. After this, it's over.
Time for the mission.
And the teams are in the finals. Remember, this is for the BRL July. Thanks again, Rachel, by the way. I appreciate you. When you coming back to multiplayer? I streamed multiplayer 2 days ago, bro. I might stream tomorrow. I might stream a multiplayer stream tomorrow, you know? Maybe. We'll see. I'll see if I have time tomorrow. I think I will. A little nice 2-hour jolly old stream. I'm down for that. I love playing multiplayer again because I'm not in max SBMM matchmaking yet, which makes it great. Either way, we're waiting for the scores to get tallied up and then I'll put them on the screen. What's up, Gemini? How you doing, brother? Not yet, bro. I will update them as soon as I'm ready to. Ashina esports support in TikTok. If any of you guys are fans of any of the teams, feel free to spam the team that you love in the chat. We don't mind. Any team from Bangladesh? Absolutely, Paradox. Absolutely. Matter of fact, there's a team that are all from Bangladesh. They're called Team... Wait, where do they go? Yeah, there they are. Team Archean. Team Archean going into game number 3. We're actually 9th place. We're not sure where they are right now, but the scores are about to be sent my way, and then I'll update them over on your screen. A lot of support for NSG in the TikTok chat. It's a lot of spam of NSG. Good to see the qualifying team starting to get some supporters. We love to see that, chat, don't we? Absolutely. Any teams from Persia? Loads. There's loads of Persian teams in these qualifiers. I think there's 4 different teams from Persia in this qualifying round. Either way, let's see where NSG landed as our current leaders. Oh, there it is. Got the brand new updated scoreboard, and it looks like NSG are still in the lead, but between me and you guys, it's not a big lead. And I think the top 3 teams could go either way. Chat updated over on TikTok first. And don't worry, YouTube, you know you're my day one. You gotta update it as well. Let's go through this real quick as we look onto the map and see where everyone landed. Wow! Oh my god, no teams really beside each other here. This is crazy. The only team I really see are my favorite Indian team called Zimbio. They're gonna be in a little bit of a fight here. Oh, they're fighting my favorite African team. Hell yeah, the developers versus Zimbio. While we watch that fight take place, let's go ahead and check out that scoreboard. NSG at the top with 78. They're 10 points ahead of number 2 with QTR FaZe. And then QTR FaZe are 12 points ahead of number 3. So none of those teams are safe. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, chat. Team that finished right now in 4th place. They are from India, Pakistan, and Bhutan. Actually, number 4. Hell yeah, broski. That's what we love to see, Chattington. Hell yeah. That's my boys right there. That's the Ferg skin team, chat. Hell yeah. In at 4th place. Every other team I don't think really has what it takes to qualify. I will say team 4 and up. We got players from India, Pakistan, Bhutan, Persia, Turkey, North and South America. QTR, let me check QTR's roster again, and Algeria, all fighting for the last 2 qualification spots. Any team in that top 4, I think, has a chance to take it right here. Going down onto the 2JZ roster. They're in a little bit of a scuffle here. This should be a free kill, honestly. Adam, he's arguably been the most standout player for this team. Another kill coming in from them, taking out down Cat. Love to see it. 2 teams are already eliminated here instantly at the start of this game. We're only 4 minutes into it. 4 minutes into it. You're more than welcome to keep spamming your flag, chat. More than welcome to keep spamming the flag of whatever country. You guys know I love every country. I know that the Persians don't speak English at all, so you probably don't know that I'm saying that, but much love to you guys anyway. I need to learn like one statement in Persian.
Dog tags
You know
have
what?
been scanned successfully. Your team
Let me
will
actually look
return
this
to
up.
battle when the next revived flight arrives.
I'm gonna look this up really quick on Google Translate. Bro, 2JZ are cooking. Oh my god. Adam, like I said, the most standout player from this Indian team, and he is absolutely annihilating these kids. What the helly? What the helly, bro? Can I hear it? Why do I hear it? It won't let me listen to Persian. I want to listen to it. It won't let me click the thing. Are they still in this fight? I'm distracted right now, chat, but I want to hear what this set sounds like so that people can listen to it. Oh, I don't have it open. Oh, I can't hear it. It's not letting me listen to it. I'm trying to hear it, but it's whatever, chat. Anyway, if you're Persian, I love you. I'll ask Madnan. I'm sure he'll be able to tell me. Your camera is crazy. What about it? You like that camera? Pretty good, right? Pretty good camera.
Dog tags have been scanned successfully.
All right, these guys are in 13 kills at the start of this game. Team number 8. I can't believe what we're witnessing right here. Team number 8. Instant into the game. They're called Team Hammer. I call them Team 2JZ. And where I'm from, that's an engine. So they might have named themselves after a Japanese car right now. They might have named themselves after the engine that's in the Supra. The Mark IV Supra. Holy car guy, chat. Oh my god. Somebody include me in their car group chat right now. Holy. Either way, chat, let's move on and watch the teams that are at the tippity top of the scoreboard. As 2JZ, as good as they are right now, they are not going to qualify whatsoever. They're not going to qualify whatsoever here. NSG in their final game, they are number 1 going into this game, but hey, no kills at the start of this time, so might not go their way. Also, QTR have 0 kills as well. Going down the leaderboard, gold but gold again with 0 kills. I will check the OG boys down at the bottom. They have 3 eliminations, so they might catch up to somebody else. But my god, are the 2JZs going absolutely bonkers here? What? It's like they've turned hacks on and now they're just targeting everyone. 14 eliminations. I mean, my god. We're barely into the 7th minute of this goddamn game. No, they might come in. They might get 3 more kills. They might get 3 more kills right here. Marker. Going up first. Not going to get any kill there. It's a 3v1 here onto Noir. This should be a freebie, chat. They should be able to kill this guy for sure. Shot's going to go down. Oh, that's it. He's definitely going to die. Adam with the shotgun. Surely a pump. Absolutely going to come through. Lovely jubbly. And now they got 2 more kills to take. Darko's got the high ground. Bro, this Indian team is firing on all cylinders in this final game. The whole roster's from India. And they're taking no prisoners. Oh my god. They're fighting just like they fought for their independence from Britain, chat. Jesus. I would know. I'm Irish. Looks like 1 remaining for this player's team. Let's move over to the left-hand side here. Minoto, last alive. Look at him, just camping at the tippity top. God damn, India. Oh my god. 16 eliminations? Like, I mean, is there any way they could qualify from this? Like, they might actually be able to do something here, but they would need to get like a 40 kill win. If they get a 40 kill win, they might get in. But I mean, 40 kills that's next level. Like, we never see that. Ever. Going on to old but gold. They're finally getting their first couple of eliminations here. There comes a 3rd. Bang. Easy does it. From Haj. Oh, they're battling for a chance to qualify into the finals. Whereas on the other side of things of QTR, their KFC roster is not going to qualify here as they're number 8. Going up to the top 2 teams inside of the tournament for the qualification spots. Neither of the top 2 teams going into this match have any kills. Oh god. 2JZ. Oh no! 2JZ! The aggravators are now about to get absolutely obliterated. Oh no! The Namaste team themselves, with like 17 kills, got instantly wiped right there by the number 2 team after such a beginning to their game number 4. Oh dear. Well, that's always why you jump out of your helicopter or car quickly, because my god, a quick team wipe coming in the hands of QTR. Did my man just snipe him out of the car? Did my man just snipe that guy out of the car? Somebody check his hard drive. Somebody check it. Trans making a ninja play here. Oh, knows that there's a player up there supposedly. SMRS trying to provide some cover support. Trans, what are you gonna do in this 1v3 situation? After it was all wrote, UJZ died, and the team that they were farming kills off are still alive. Can't believe it. I actually can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen, but here we are. Ooh, ninja play to go up top. Oh, love this. This is a phenomenal play. Easy high ground should be a freebie. Oh my god. QTR, man. Just a great team to watch. They actually might end up catching up to NSG. The only team to take these guys out right now would be Old But Gold. Again, another helicopter destruction. Skywalker standing right there. He's ready to get the frags onto this roster. Cabra, Peterbot, still alive right in front of him. It's going to be a 4v2 as we experience a little bit of a bug there on the BR Spectator client. All 4 remaining players still alive. This is not a good spot for Cabra or Peterbot to be in. Wouldn't want to take this fight at all. HDR in the hands of Hopsy. Oh, third party coming in from a different angle, but it's still the same team, believe it or not. There's also a different team on the opposite side of that hill. Gonna be a tough situation for them to handle, Chattington. Tough situation indeed. Axe has made it up first. Able to take down Cabra. Third party comes in. See you later, alligator. Hopsy. And if he can do something here. Peterbot did get killed from that third party as well. That's going to be a Sheena Esports up in the tippity top of the mountain. On the roof of the hill. Not a good spot for them to be in. Meanwhile, NSG, no kills. Not looking good at all. Skywalker gets knocked from across the map. This is going to be a difficult spot. If QTR die here, they are outside of the zone. Oh my god! Through the wall? That was through the wall. Huh? Huh? Somebody needs to check this guy's stream out because that was an unbelievable snipe from across the map. Hacks. No, he needs to get into the zone. QTR. A little bit dysfunctional going into this next rotation. And I've just spotted my favorite, newly favorite Indian roster. Of course, the player using the Ferg skin. Am I right, boys? Oh, I'm so right, chat. I'm so right. Lovely jubbly. They've got 10 eliminations. What the hell? Bro, Team OG might actually qualify. We might actually get an Indian qualification. We need to get these guys into every single qualifier possible, bruh. This might be the first really good Indian team. And most importantly, they've got the Ferg skin on. Right, guys?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Let's go. Let's freaking... If they take QTR, bro, that would be sensational. Accidentally switched off of it right there. SMRS surely lands. QTR in a really difficult spot. They're in between 2 different teams here. Ashina and Team OGs. Axe able to do an absolutely god-tier SMRS. They're going to go ahead and revive their teammate back up. But QTR probably feeling a little bit more confident about that SMRS shot across the map. Snipe goes down from across, but it's not going to land. Oh, dear. That's not good. Hopes he's on that angle right there on the bottom of the hill, using it as cover. Lovely toxic overload from OGs. A 4v4 is going to come through. A third party could kill QTR from behind, though, as they are getting shot from the back right now. We'll have to see what team that is. Ooh, it's Cabra, Peterbot, Dean, and Pasalalgo. We've seen them take that fight earlier, but QTR does not want to take the fight again. Dysfunctional moments ago. Now they have all 4 of their teammates still alive, making their way into the next zone. As I'm about to pull up the map here, if the spectator client would give me the pleasure, but it's not letting me, chat. I'm going to go ahead and watch Team OG, and then I'll pull it up. Let's see where everyone's situated. Team OG making their way into the zone. For now, there is actually a player in front of them, and they could third-party QTR over on that right-hand side, as they're already in a fight here. Ben's going to need to land a lovely shot with the sniper. Still not able to do it using the Spec Ops 1 skin, but they're going to make it into the zone. 10 eliminations. I don't think this is going to be enough just yet to catch QTR. They're going to need to win with like 30 elims if they want to stand a chance, especially as Drance is still getting kills onto that team that they were fighting earlier. The zone is collapsing in on itself right now, so we'll have to see where the next one appears. NSG do have middle zone rotation, but they don't have any kills. So they came into this match with 78 points, and they're still on 78 points. Between me and you, I don't know if that's going to be enough to qualify them anymore. They had a bad third game. Two great first two games, and then the third game was awful. Sniper's not going to land here for number one. Oh my god, this is looking awful. We'll have to watch somebody else here. Flicks, surely you could do something a little bit better than your teammate number one. Also rocking the sniper. That's an interesting skin that he's got on that bad boy, the DLQ. Don't know if I would use that personally, though. Rotating up the left-hand side of the hill. They're all rotating that way as well. Remember, no snowboards in this tournament, so they can't use that mobility to their advantage. They have to take it nice and slow. They have to understand what they're going to do. They can't just rely on mechanics. They got to rely on strategy. Game knowledge. It's not just about the flashy plays. As Flicks is further up, this third party is going to be beautiful here. I can already see it happening. This is going to be an easy wipe. Surely. Kill comes through here from Flicks on the silver. There it is. Lovely jubbly. SMRS through the wall. Able to get two apiece there. And that's going to be a full team wipe there on the BKR from NSG. Lovely. Their first 4 kills of the game finally coming through, as they're able to wipe this entire squad with ease. Not going to take a single casualty. That brings them up to 4 eliminations on game number 4. 4 and 4. 11 teams still alive here. Looking like QTR and NSG still holding their top 2 positions for now. However, if either of these teams die in the next couple of moments, they will be eliminated. For now, let's go and check out my favorite Indians, as they seem to be in a little bit of a fight here. Fergskin on top, getting shots toward him from the front. Looks like they're picking up some guns from a couple of teams that they have taken a fight with before, opting to go outside the zone. Ferg and Holy Father teaming up as a duo. Not the first time that's happened, and I don't think it'll be the last. Pulling up the map, you can see they actually need to rotate into the zone. This is a very bad spot for them to be in. And I mean, QTR are also in a bad spot, but at least they're getting kills out of their spot. And kills, I mean, by the 14. They're trying to secure their way into these finals. Especially considering Old But Gold haven't really been up to much here, chat. They haven't been up to much at all. As you can see, only 5 eliminations will hop on board with our current leaders in points. They've got 6 eliminations on their side. That's going to bring them up to 84 total points. With these elims, if you add in their placement, they should be up to about 86 total points right now. A little knock comes through, and they're going to be fighting the other Indian roster inside of these qualifications. Who is that? Ninja and around. It's going to be Sigma. Doesn't want to take that fight. This is an interesting zone as well. It's all really out in the open. You need to use the hill for cover. Nobody on that platform, broski. And it looks like the number 1 and number 2 team could start fighting again. Both of these teams qualified. And with snipes like that, I can understand why. Both of these teams qualified into the last chance sudden deaths by finishing just behind the other teams in their first qualification rounds. And it looks like they're going to get through this qualification. They've spotted the number 4 team right below them. So all the teams that are still alive here are in the tippity top of the leaderboards. QTR right in front of them to their left. Then they've got the number 3 team down to the right and the number 4 team on the opposite side of zone. Number 4 team, of course, being OGs from India. It's good to see some Indian representation in today's qualifications, but I really think that Latam still has the control over this match.
Down to the last 5 teams.
We've got Persia, Europe, Americas, and India all still alive in this game. Shots and nades coming through. NSG number 1 taking a big amount of damage there. This is a very interesting zone because the hills are providing cover that I didn't even realize they could provide. The next zone that comes through will be the final one. There's only 5 teams left, but the teams that are alive have a lot of players up. Look at that. We got 4 teams, all with 4 players alive. 5 teams all have their 4-man roster still up. Look at these snipes. Oh my god. Somebody call an ambulance, but not for NSG, as they're taking down players from QTR and the remainders of Team 15 at the same time. Unfortunately, No is going to get knocked and full kill. QTR's coming in with that third party, and NSG are starting to look a little bit weak here after being so dominant just moments ago. We'll hop on with QTR, who have the best position in the zone with the cover behind that hill, and I think this is going to be QTR's game to win, as the Indians have been knocked full killed, and the other QTR roster is out as well. Remaining last player will be Flicks, and with 20 kills and a win, QTR, I think they've made it into the $10,000 finals on Saturday. We'll have to wait and see with this scoreboard, chat. Administration team is locked in. And if you're new, hit the follow and subscribe button. The finals will be held in 2 days. 2 days. Not tomorrow being Friday, but Saturday is going to be when the finals were. Great standout performances here from, I guess, every region. Latam did good that game with NSG along with North America. QTR did good over there from Turkey and Algeria, which is, I guess, an African player, right? North Africa, Algeria. Then another QTR team in there as well. They finished well, but only 4 kills is going to be bad. Old but Gold, they tried their best, but I don't think they got it. I really just don't think they did it. They didn't get enough kills to overtake the QTR, and especially since QTR finished first place, it's highly unlikely. OGs, we've seen them earlier. That's the Indian team that won game number 3. Team number 24, finishing in 6th place. They were able to get 12 kills, which is not too bad either. Then 7th place was another Indian roster, Zimbio, one of my favorites. Going further down the list, you can see disappointing performances all around. Ashina Esports got absolutely dookied on that game, so they're not going to qualify. 2JZ did really good at the start and then got insta-killed out of their helicopter that we seen earlier in game number 4, and I really do believe that the teams qualifying are NSG and QTR FaZe into the finals. We'll have to see where the points ended up being. God, everyone's left the room already. I'm starting to feel lonely in here, chat. I'm starting to feel lonely indeed, broski. Lonely indeed. We're going to go ahead and get those scores tallied up for the broskis. Is there any good skins in the game currently, chat, that I don't have? I remember just a couple of days ago, I did buy that brand new mythic FSS Hurricane, but I don't know if any of these other new ones that they brought to the game are something that I'm into. I already have this, so I can't buy that. The KN44, baby? Possibly. I don't think it looks too good. I don't know about that, chat. We're getting the scores drafted really quick, chat. There's a Tundra one. Oh yeah, they bought the Tundra one, didn't they? That's fantastic. Yeah, they brought the Tundra Legendary bag. Love to see it. But yeah, I think that today's qualifiers, the last sudden death, last chance sudden deaths, are going to go to North America and Latam, along with Turkey and Algeria. So we got the Americas, Europe, and Africa making their way into the finals, which will be held on Saturday afternoon my time. If you're from America, it'll be the morning. If you're from Asia, it will be in the evening. Europe, it will be afternoon for the finals on Saturday. We always host them on Saturday, Sunday. Maybe sometimes we do Fridays as well, but for the most part, the finals are always held on Saturday and Sunday just because most people are out of work and school. But I would have to guess, do QTR take over NSG with that performance? There's a possibility with it. It's definitely a possibility. I think QTR FaZe are going to finish first. I think NSG are going to finish second. Old but Gold finish third, and OGs finish fourth, chat. That's what I'm going to guess. While we wait for the scoreboard to be updated, I'll make sure to throw it on your screen. As for now, the scoreboard going into that game is going to go to the middle of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The middle of your screen, that is the scoreboard going into game 4. We just finished game 4 there now, so we will wait. Africa, man. What about Africa, man? What about Africa? What about Africa? What about them? What about Africa? Huh? What about it? You guys didn't qualify. The only African that qualified was from Algeria. What do you mean, what about Africa? What about it? I let you guys compete. You just never qualify. That's the end. That's the end of that. Like, you just didn't qualify, bro. None of you's qualified into the finals, unfortunately. We're still waiting for those final scores. They've just been sent my way, so I'm going to update them over onto your screen in just a moment. Tournament time around the same time as this. So if you started watching this when we first started it, it'll be around the same time as you just watched, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube, you can see that on your screen right now in the middle of it. TikTok, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you either. But as expected, it's pretty much exactly what I said. QTRF is number 1, NSG number 2, Old But Gold number 3, and OG's number 4. Not sure why QTRF isn't yellow there, but they are through into the finals. So that means the Turks are in, and Algerians in, and of course, the Americas have players going into the finals from today's Last Chance Sudden Death qualifier. With that being said, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, or follow button if you want to see the finals here on Saturday. That's it for the qualifiers. There is no more qualifiers for this event. And yeah, I hope you guys live your life with purpose. Do something that will help you mentally, physically, or financially with the rest of your day. And I'll see you back here again very, very soon. Possible stream tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. And then on Saturday, of course, is the finals with $10,000 on the line. If you want to know how much money that is in your currency, just take 10,000 USD and go into a converter and check it out for yourself. But 10,000 United States dollars. We got some big teams from 4K entering in on Saturday. Big teams from North and South America. Big teams from Europe. Big teams from the rest of the world as well. Either way, it's been Ferg, guys. Congratulations to QTRFs and NSG. That being said, I'll see you in the next live stream. Love you all, Pookies. Bye, my little scrumdiddly umptious things do. My